This is the machine, Sears Kenmore. I believe it's a model 28. Based on that serial number there, the 148.281. This is what you get. Take that off of there. Pretty clean machine, pristine almost. Kind of a lilac color, I guess. That's it. Let me address the bobbin here. Once you've wound the bobbin, there's two ways you can put it in this type of bobbin case. You can put it in this way so that when it feeds, bobbin rolls the same direction, or you can have it the other way so when it feeds, bobbin rolls the opposite direction. I don't have the manual for this, but I think this one goes this way. If there's a problem, then I'll turn it the other way around. The second thing is, a general rule of thumb for this tension is it should just barely be strong enough to hold a full bobbin. And that's not quite a full bobbin, so you turn it counterclockwise to loosen it. I'm going to turn pretty far. You're not supposed to turn more than a quarter of a turn. That's about it. Now, if it doesn't work right and you can't get it with the upper tension, you're going to have to readjust this. But that's the starting point when you get a machine you're not familiar with, which is what this is. Now, because I have this up off the ground, it's actually easier to reach in from here to put that in. And I'm holding it upside down. There we go. Trail this over. Okay, it's in there. Now for the upper thread, I like to use these big, whatever they call those, and this is a nylon thread. Feed it up through here, and then I bring it over through this thread spool that I used to use, and I drill a hole through it to feed that through it so it stays there, and then I thread it. And for a lot of people, when the upper tension is on the end like this, they find it confusing how to thread it. But you bring it from the thread over through this upper guide, bring it down the back side through the tension discs under there. Of course, this is up. And then you bring it down here through the spring. There, like so. Then you feed it through the take-up arm and down through whatever guides you have. To the needle, which I don't have in there yet. On this machine, the needle's threaded from left to right, so you install the needle with the flat side at the top to the right and the long groove to the left. And well, if I mentioned it, I'm using number 18 needle because I'm going to demonstrate on the stuff that I sew on. Okay, so we have that down there. I'm going to hold that end, bring the bottom one up, and I use a little screwdriver to pull that through. Now this is denim of a sort. It's a placemat. It's already double layered there, you can see, and I folded it in half. And it's obviously something I use for demonstration. Now this machine can only do a straight stitch, so that's all I can really show you here. But according to the rules of instructions on the machines, you always bring your needle down into the material before you start. Now I've got this set on the maximum length stitch over here, and we're going to sew. Pretty quiet. The needle's out, so I'm going to vary the stitch while I'm sewing. I'm going to make it shorter, and then I'll go in reverse and then come forward again. Shorter, shorter, shorter. Reverse. Coming forward again. At number 1 stitch. I'm going to take this out, and what I hope to demonstrate to you is that the tensions, upper and lower tensions, are set right, and that, you know, no yellow shows on bottom, no white shows on top. So I've moved up here behind the camera so I can see, and you can see this is our line. It's overlapped there where I was going in reverse and then went forward again. This is the reverse part, and its stitch length changed. Reverse started here, moved back up to there. So, and this is where I came down the line. I kept getting smaller and smaller, and there's no white on top. There's the bottom one, this line here. There is some yellow there where it was very, very small when I went forward again. Can't really see the stitches here. They're very small there, then they got longer again. It's hard for me to get this focused. Anyways, it sews a nice stitch in denim. Okay, this is Naugahyde. It's cloth back vinyl. I mean, this stuff looks like, feels like fiberglass almost, but probably isn't. Anyways, you see we got 2 layers there and 2 more. So we're going to sew, we'll use this side so I can see the new stuff. Put that on there. Bring the needle in. Out. Pull that out. There's a thread cutter on the back. I never have figured it out. Can I bring that up? Pretty nice. Very nice. So that's Naugahyde. Okay, this is some upholstery leather that I salvaged off an old Lazy Boy Ottoman I didn't like. Got 3 layers here. 1, 2, 3, actually 4. That we're going to sew through. This will go through it fairly easy. Get that in that hook. So, in we go. And there we go. Nice stitch. Now this is a leather belt that I bought at a thrift shop just for this purpose of demonstrating these machines. It originally came from Buckles, says so right there. Genuine leather made in China. And it's 1/8 of an inch thick. Or 3.5 millimeters. So you can sew this type of stuff, but if you're going to do a lot of this, you need a professional machine. So we'll put that down in there, get that started. Take it out. And there it is. And that's that. That's about all I got to show you.